Hi, welcome to day 51 of my 112-day-long winter Grindset program. Today was a phenomenal training day. I don't know why. I didn't deserve it. All I know is that I got shit sleep tonight, but I did eat a fuckload of Christmas food this lunch, which could have contributed to better recovery during the day, and therefore I had really phenomenal strength today. So I got the 6 handstand push-ups, the 12 sternum pull-ups, no, actually 11, sorry. Bro, I may be strong, but my brain's fried. So basically, the last 2 or 3 days, I've had not a lot of sleep. Only like 6 hours of sleep, often working almost twice as many hours as I'm sleeping, which obviously leaves you really exhausted. And since it's in the winter, and since I'm often indoors when there is daylight, basically, I'm not getting basically any sunlight at all. And with the Swedish weather as well, right now it's very cloudy and it's been that way for a week plus. So basically I'm not getting any sunlight, I'm sleeping very little, training very hard, working very hard at my job and at this, obviously. So I am fatigued, but tonight I have the opportunity to get 9 hours of sleep, which is going to be phenomenal. I'm really looking forward to that. But I'm also very happy with today's session in general. I mean, the strength is really coming along. I'm at the halfway point fairly soon when it comes to this entire program. I just need to complete the rest of this week and I'll literally be halfway. Day 56, when that's complete, I'm at the halfway point. I'm at day 51 right now. And strength-wise, I'm already at pretty much the halfway point. Obviously, I have more to gain, but when it comes to in between the reps that I started at and the goal reps, I'm basically in between those reps. So for example, on these push-ups here, I started at 25, I'm now at 32, the goal's 40, so I'm almost halfway. When it comes to the handstand push-ups, or instead, I am halfway, and the same thing for the sternum pull-ups. So I'm getting closer and closer day by day to my goals, and that feels phenomenal. So it's just about keeping up the grind, and a lot of people say like motivation is completely useless. Discipline is the only thing that matters. Yes, discipline is incredibly important. I rely almost entirely on discipline. However, I'm also very motivated to get this done. But even on the days where I really, really don't want to train, for example, yesterday, I had a massive negative emotional response to the fact that I was going to train. Like, I did not want to train. I wanted to sleep so badly, but I didn't do it. I trained, I got it done, and that may be shit in the moment, but overall, I'm going to train 112 days straight, meaning that for a 4-month period, I'm going to get 112 workouts in. I'm going to do 112 days of full body workouts and 112 days of cardio in that time frame. Now, this may be bro science, but if you do such a high frequency, how are you not going to improve when you employ slow progressive overload? Like, seriously. A lot of people do really complicated programs. I do it extremely basic. I keep consistent form on all of my exercises. I do the same thing every day. I start off at a point which is slightly fatiguing, but not that hard in the grand scheme of things. And then I slowly improve, adding reps, adding minutes to my jump rope. And over time, I go past my old records. And since the progression is so slow and so consistent, and since I'm training so often, since I'm hitting these lifts so often, I don't really have any time to get worse, to get weaker. Now, obviously, you can get injured from this. You can get primarily overuse injuries. So injuries are related to simply doing too much in too short a time frame, which that can be an issue. And that's also a reason why I started off fairly easy on many of these more demanding exercises, and I decided to build up a bit faster instead, but have a starting point that was somewhat easier. Just to make sure that the recovery was on point in the beginning. Otherwise, though, I haven't really had any issues recovering from this. It's really like my entire lifestyle right now that's a problem. It's not the training. And the older I get, obviously I'm maturing. I'm physically maturing. I'm getting older older, so I'm not like 14 or 15 anymore. I can't remember when I started this channel. I believe it was in spring of 2019. It will soon be spring 2023, so I've been doing this channel for basically 4 years at this point, and I've been training since the 1st of January 2018. So fairly soon I'm going to be closing in on 5 years of training, which feels, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, yeah. I'll be closing in on 5 years of training very shortly. 5 years of training with weights, which that feels awesome. Now, looking back, I've made slower progress than I would have liked. I'm weaker than I would have liked myself to be, but I've learned so much in this process. And, right now I'm in the beginning of a very productive 4 months of training. So I'm not worried about, hitting a big PR for my 5-year mark. I'm simply focused on this training cycle, not doing anything crazy. I feel like I'm getting stronger week by week. I was going to say day by day, but that obviously fluctuates. But on a weekly basis, I'm getting stronger. And for a person who's trained for 5 years fairly consistently, I think that's awesome. So obviously, this rate of progression isn't sustainable, or I'd be benching, 500 kilograms, within a couple of short years, which, no one's ever benched 500. No one will probably ever bench 500. But my point being that I'm making very fast, very good progress, and fairly soon I will be hitting numbers well above my old numbers. So simply put, I'm going to train calisthenics. I'm going to do all this stuff. I'm going to do it for at least these 4 months, probably do another training cycle after that, and then really get back to proper weight training and see how much does this calisthenics really help? How much do these exercises really help with the weight training? Because strength is strength, in my opinion and in my belief. It would be very strange if I didn't bench, anywhere in between 110 to 120 kilos after I finish this training cycle, simply from the fact that I'm doing high frequency handstand push-ups, a heavy overhead pressing based exercise, and since the fact that I'm doing knuckle push-ups, full range of motion for high reps on a daily basis. So I'm hitting the volume on the chest as well. Sorry guys, I almost dropped my phone. Yes, that is all I have to say on today, on the second day in a row of 6 hours of sleep, which, by the way, I'm not flexing. Like, it's not impressive to sleep very little. It's mainly just working very hard in combination with low sleep. It leaves you completely knackered. So I'm in a good mood, and I'm happy that I'm not completely destroyed as I was yesterday. And I'm also happy that I get to go to bed fairly shortly. So I'm going to take a cold shower, brush my teeth, and go to bed. Thank you for watching day 51. I'll see you guys tomorrow on day 52.